Alright everyone, we're back again. Another iOS 13 comparison we're doing between the iPhone XR and the iPhone 7. We're going to see which one is faster. Obviously, in my opinion, the XR is probably the faster one. But this will give you a glimpse, basically, if you own the iPhone 7, if you really should upgrade to the iPhone XR just based off speed. Obviously, the iPhone XR much more expensive, it's going to last longer, all that stuff, but is it really worth the extra money, especially with the new iPhones coming out in a couple months? Should you go out and buy this now? I mean, really, there's really no point. I would say save your money and wait until the new iPhones come out, then get these ones used. But let's go and see how much faster the iPhone 7 is, or how much faster the iPhone XR is compared to the iPhone 7 with iOS 13. So let's check that out. Now, as you can see, I have most of the same apps. They're just kind of discombobulated on the iPhone 7. And I saw how much you guys like my iPhone 6s versus the iPhone XR comparison too. So I figured I might as well do it for this one. So let's go ahead and load up Facebook. 3, 2, 1. And the iPhone XR did beat it quite noticeably, which is surprising. I think for the XR versus 6s, I think the 6s won, but I could be wrong. I actually don't even remember. Let's do Netflix. 3, 2, 1. And again, the iPhone XR did win pretty noticeably. Let's do Twitter. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, and the iPhone 7 won there. Okay, kind of surprising. Again, there's just so much flipping, flopping that you just never know for a 100% fact, which is actually the really weird thing about this. Let's do Quizlet. 3, 2, 1. And that was almost like dead even. They were both almost like 100% identical. Let's do Dropbox. 3, 2, 1. That was really weird because on you can see this one we have a different boot up logo than on this one. So I think for the iPhone 7 it got into this boot up logo first. But again, that was actually really weird. I don't know which one really won there. They're both updated for the most part to the newest version, so I don't really get it. Let's do Bofa. 3, 2, 1. And again, the iPhone 7 won another comparison. Okay, this is really cool. I was just kind of bored with the fact that the iPhone XR was probably going to win every single one, but it's adding a little bit of spice now. So I was going to do Totem, but it doesn't look like we have it on here. So we'll do Thank You. 3, 2, 1. And this game is really weird because it's always either super fast loading into it or super slow. As you can see, the iPhone 7 beat the iPhone XR quite a bit. Now, if we go into the actual gameplay, you might be able to tell that the XR is faster. But this isn't a super intensive game. They both look almost identical. The vibration motor on both of them are really nice because I feel like iPhones have such a great taptic engine inside of them. Did I say engine or insulin? Guys, I really hope I didn't mess up, man. But that game is really fun. I would really recommend downloading it. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. Snake vs. Blocks. 3, 2, 1. And the iPhone XR went into that one. Let's go into some gameplay, and I think they're both going to be identical. As you saw though, the iPhone 7 did glitch up a little bit more than the iPhone XR, which is what I've seen basically go across the board with every single iPhone that I've compared to. It seems like the newest ones, like the XR, the iPhone 10, they seem to be a lot faster on Snake vs. Block specifically than the older iPhones, which is surprising because it's not even that big of a game. Let's go ahead and end it off with Fruit Ninja. Seems like I don't have any other games on either of these, but let's do Fruit Ninja. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, and even though the iPhone XR looked like it was getting into it faster, it did end up loading faster on the iPhone XR than on the iPhone 7, even though we had that Game Center pop-up. As you saw, this one got into it faster than that one, even before the pop-up happened. So now let's go ahead and load up, see how well the RAM management is on both of these devices. Let's go ahead and load up Facebook. 3, 2, 1. And they both seem to be holding it in the background the same. The iPhone XR has 3 gigs of RAM, the iPhone 7 has 2 gigs. Let's do Twitter, and you can already see Twitter restarted on the iPhone 7, whereas on the iPhone XR it was able to keep it better in the background. Let's get into Snake vs. Blocks. 3, 2, 1. And let's get into a game, and they both seem almost the same at this point. They didn't really restart or anything, so that's a good sign. And ultimately, dude, this is basically how it ended off. The iPhone XR is an extremely fast device. It really is. It's the fastest of one of the fastest phones even in the market still. But the iPhone 7, in my opinion, is a very good bang for your buck. There's really not too much really wrong with it. I dropped a video earlier today talking about it and pretty much the problems with it, but in reality, it's not a bad iPhone. It still does so much for the price that you're paying for. So what I will tell you is, yes, the iPhone XR is an amazing phone and all that stuff, but if you have an iPhone 7, I would say just keep it, man. You're not really missing out on too much. You still have all the features and everything that the iPhone XR has, but you're just missing out on that display, True Tone, better camera, and maybe the better processor. But overall, if you can hold on the iPhone 7 for a little bit longer, then you should be good to go and pick up an iPhone XR in the used market for a little bit cheaper. So that's pretty much all I have to say. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it'll mean so much if you guys could hit that. Also, check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel, all those links are linked down below. I would really appreciate it if you guys could check it out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.